my name's Simon. I work for Westcountry Rivers Trust in the monitoring team. And this is a short video to tell you about our Westcountry CSI, Citizen Science Investigations Volunteer Monitoring Scheme. The scheme was started a couple of years ago, really to help people record observations around the rivers. A lot of people are out walking by rivers or see rivers every day, and this scheme is really as a way to help them record information that can be useful for us to identify good things about the rivers, so where people are spotting wildlife, and also bad things, not so much chronic pollution events, which should be reported to the Environment Agency, but more those low-level kind of diffuse problems that over time can mount up. So if you send that data into us, with that data we can then decide if it needs any further action. The scheme hinges around the survey form here, which starts out with details of where and when you are, and really that's all you need to enter to make it a bona fide record for us. Everything else is optional, but obviously the more information you can put on there the better. It's got sections on the weather preceding the survey, the land use around the river, any wildlife you might see, and also problems like invasive plants or pollution sources. There's also a section for water quality information. Once you've done 3 or 4 surveys and got to grips with the data upload and chosen some sites, we can send you out some water quality monitoring kit. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Once you've finished the survey, you'll log on to our website and enter the data into the online form there, and there it'll go on to our interactive map where you can see your results and the results of other scientists around the region. So when it comes to testing the sample, it's very simple. The TDS meter just goes into the sample like that. I normally give it 10 to 15 seconds for the temperature to stabilise so it's recording correctly. You can also see on the screen when the measurement stops moving. And if it's difficult to see, you can always press the hold button and that will fix the measurement so you can then look at the screen. It's important not to submerge the meter any deeper than that, really. For the turbidity test then, when we've got our sample here, it's really just a case of pouring the water into the tube and waiting until you can't see the disc anymore. Once you've got the hang of it, you'll know whether your sample is very clear, as on this occasion, and we're likely to get to the top of the tube. So in that case, you can be a bit more gung-ho with the pouring of the water in. And in fact, what I sometimes do is fill it to the top, check whether we can see the disc, which we easily can, and then we know straight away that our measurement is going to be less than 12 to go on the form. If it was more murky, then you'd probably start filling more slowly until the disc disappears gradually, or again you can fill it to the top and start pouring water out. It's up to you really. The next test is the phosphate one. So for this we get our small syringe, and again we're going to take some sample and use that to rinse the syringe so we don't contaminate with our previous sample. We've also got the test tube with the lid. So we're going to do the same with that. Make sure we rinse that, so sort of half fill it, give it a shake, and tip that away, just onto the ground is fine. Then we need to fill the sample fill the test tube to the line. There's a line on here which says 10 millilitres, so fill that carefully to there. And then taking a strip from your bottle, being careful not to get your wet fingers inside the bottle. So take a strip out, bend that into a J with the pads at the bottom, and insert that into the top of the cap. Then put that into the test tube and invert 5 times slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we take the cap off, set that to one side, and we're looking for the colour change in the tube against the squares that are on our pot. So the way to do that is to put the tube on the white squares beneath, looking down into the test tube, you just move it up and down until it gets to the colour matches with the square above it. This one is 100.